Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the full moon reading for Saturday, the 27th of February. I'm getting this out a couple of days beforehand so that you've got time to think of it and be with it for the full moon. My name is Shelley Adams, and for my readings, I use the Sacred Soul Journey deck, which is the deck that I have put together with my original paintings and the messages that come through them. Each pack has its own handmade pouch, and when you open it you'll find a pack of 36 cards and a little booklet to go with it. The cards all have the guinea fowl feather on the back of it, and this stands for spiritual protection, so it gives the cards an extra layer of protection and comes with a little booklet with color photos and information on each of the cards. Anybody that's interested in buying the cards, they can get hold of me at shelley@shelleyadams.co.za, and through me you can order the cards. Or to get on with the reading, the full moon on Saturday the 27th is in Virgo, and it deals with, because at the same time Saturn is squared to Uranus, it deals with making difficult choices or dealing with difficult choices that you have ahead of you, mostly to do with family, home, and intimate relationships. So this is a time where you need strength, and you need to use the strength that you have within you and your own intuition. It's a good idea to step back and look at what no longer serves you, and therefore make new choices. How things have worked out in the past is as a result of choices you have made, and now is the time. In stepping back, it helps you to see the dynamics of the relationships or whatever is going on, and also negativity, and decide how much of it is serving you and how much of it you need to be taking forward. It's a time to step out of your comfort zones. Also, we will find that because there's so many changes could be made in government, in business, in big business, where the heads of the business make decisions for the business, and these might limit your freedom. And we found a lot of that with the COVID story that we're all living with at the moment. That there are many limitations on us that are not of our choosing, and often inclines to make us feel as though they're stepping on our personal lives in a huge way. There could be a lot of challenges balancing your personal freedom with this imposed restriction, but it is time to learn to adapt to changing conditions, not fighting, rather than forcing any change as well. Adapt what is going on. What do you need to show up for today? Because this is the perfect thing for you in this time, at this stage. Each of us has incarnated, each of us has chosen to be here now. And for that, we need to show up for what shows up for us. The full moon is ideal for making the changes that have been long overdue. Look at where you have been settling for something, and take care of your own body and your own soul. Natural healing is a wonderful way to support you at this time. It's Virgo is an earth energy, so anything of the earth is of great help in supporting you. We're asked to analyze and to simplify. And now we'll pick up the cards, which I have right here with me. And the first thing we're going to do is pray for guidance. The Divine Spirit, Great Spirit, Divine Source guides us in our choices, that what we find, the cards that we pick are those that are tools that we can step forward with. And first of all, we'll look for the basic story, the one card that we need that will help us at this stage to bring everything that we planted in intention in the new moon, allow it to come into full fruition. And this card is number 14, and it's the gateway. 14, this is a card that speaks of communication. So very much about what you will be dealing with at this stage has to do with communication of a kind, both computer-wise, I have now come out of Mercury retrograde, but there are still things that are affecting us as we move along. So it's a very good time to be very aware that not everything is coming out. Not all our words are necessarily coming out as we would wish them to. So think very carefully of the words you use. It's time for trust and for balance. It's a time to make sure that everything that you step into, you only take action on the things that feel right within your body. So I'm holding it closer because there's a lot of reflection on the card. I'm making sure that you can see it properly. It's exceptionally important that the divine feminine, that wisdom and that knowingness, that ancient medicine woman within you, is you need to feel things in your body and only take action once the timing feels right. It's trust the process. You are safe. Your feelings are essential to your journey. Those feelings and emotions that you get, they are the ones that tell you whether you're on the right track for yourself or not. They are the ones that help you show up for whatever is going on in your life. Find the balance between your outer world and your inner world. Find the balance between your intellect and your wisdom. You need to nurture yourself. As we spoke with the Virgo full moon, this is the time to heal, to look for natural healing, to take care of your body and soul. And you're being asked to do this so much more. And the message of this card is trust the process. You are in good hands. Great Spirit is in charge. Great Spirit is there to turn to at everything. You are a child of Great Spirit. Everything that happens to you now is divinely right for you in this present moment. There is nothing that you can turn up for you that is not within your journey to deal with at this stage. Even things that are difficult, understand that you have the tools you need. So now we're just going to find a card for the fire energy. Now the fire energy within us is our spiritual being. And our spiritual being is the one where we find, through connecting deeply with our spiritual being, that's where our confidence is, our strength, our passion for life, our joy, our creativity. How do you step into being, knowing when to take action? How do you step into courage and confidence, and most of all joy and creation of the new? And the card that we have here is number 22. Now this 22 is a master number. 22 speaks to us of the divine architect. So whatever it is that we, the psychic architect, we need to, the master architect, my apologies. Whatever messages we get, we are being asked to bring it down to this level, to this incarnation, to work with it in the here and the now. It's not a case of flitting out and wanting to be ungrounded and like a hot air balloon up in beautiful spaces where we're not dealing with reality. We're asked to bring the tools that Spirit is bringing us to us and bring them into this reality to work with it in the here and now. And this is very much a card of forgiveness. So forgiveness for yourself for not having the courage. Forgiveness for everything where you feel you don't have the joy and the ability to step forward. It's where you choose thy will over my will. It's where we stop looking at how we want to control things, how we want things to pan out in our idea. Be aware of the larger picture. Don't be the one that listens to the constraints of the crowd. Listen to what makes sense for you. Your connection with Great Spirit is the one that's important. Connecting with your guides and connecting with your connection to Great Spirit. Your physical body can only accommodate a tiny portion of your spirit. The rest of your spirit is working on many, many levels. And it's time to bring the information from other levels down here and onto this planet for healing at this time. It's time to step past your judgments and step forth and claim your right as the being, the person that you are. Not everybody else's opinion of who you should be is important. The only thing that matters is who you feel you are. And the whole point of this is to be that, to be the connection between Mother Earth and Divine Source, and do what you know feels right for you at this stage, in terms of taking care of yourself, in terms of nurturing yourself. Don't follow the crowd and have to be concerned with what is good for everybody is good for you. Be careful to analyze and discriminate. Is it the right time for you? Remember that you are divinely loved for who you are. The next card that we're going to pull out is, having remembered that our major card that we pulled for this answer is number 14, and it's trusting the process. That's all very well, but how are we going to do this on an emotional level? So the card that we're pulling up for the emotional body is a very, very beautiful card, number 7. This is very, very much about trust. It's called the Warrior of Light. It's not a time for taking action on anything. This is a time of absolutely trusting the process in a way that almost tips you over, that you surrender to such a point that thy will really does take precedence over my will. It's a time of clarity and vision and intuition. The eagles in the pack are represent your own inner and divine power. It's not about ego. It's not about how much better you are than anybody else. It's about having such a strong connection to Great Spirit and to Mother Earth that you know yourself to be a very valuable and important being in the process. To remember that you do have mystery and intuition, that you need to use the intuition, that you are totally poised, that everything is ready. Now we're talking here about the emotional being, your emotional body. So it's all about trusting, being able to open your heart. We're all very good at giving, and not too many of us are good at receiving. So think, how do you receive compliments? Do you sort of knock it back, and if you're told you're looking really great today, oh, it's just an old thing I bought at a second-hand shop? Or can you honestly say thank you? I value that. It is time for us, that especially those of us that work in the healing arts, it's really, really important to open to receiving as well as giving. It's very easy to give. It makes us feel good. But to really nurture yourself, you need to be open to receiving. And knowingness and clarity of vision allows you to see through illusions. Shine your light. You're being asked to be and shine who you are. Not be afraid of being seen. Not looking to the limelight either. Just glowing in who you are. It's really, really important. This is another card that says trust the process. This is the second one. The first card was number 14, and its message was trust the process. This one is for the emotional body. Trust the process. Your deep, deep emotions, you're not going to drown in them. Allow them to be your teachers. If you're feeling sad, a deep sadness opens a part of you that when you're happy again, that happiness is much greater. Allow the giving, allow the receiving, allow the ebb and the flow of the emotions to guide you as to what serves you and what no longer serves you. The next card that I'm going to pull, that we put here, is the Earth card. Now, the Earth card deals with our physical being, our health, our ability to take up space on this planet, to put our boundaries down, to feel that we belong, that this is our home, that we not trying to run away. That how do we show up for our health and vitality? How do we show up for the abundance that is available to us? Or how do we show up to acknowledge that we are nurtured and loved and supported as well as by Great Spirit, but by Mother Earth? Everything we need is there for us at all times. And the card here is number 9. Number 9 always speaks of the end of an era. It's we're moving into new things after this. Again, it is the eagle that has come forward. Now, this eagle is far more dynamic than the last eagle that spoke about our emotional body. This one about our earth body is being ready to grasp every opportunity that comes by. In our present time, many people are having problems with abundance, many people have had to lose their jobs, their livelihoods. This one is saying, how do we claim our right to everything that we need for ourselves on this earth? It's be open to every opportunity that you see. Get ready to grasp, fly with it. Don't wait around waiting for it to happen. Be alert, be aware. It's a time now for a complete leap of faith. Whatever it is you've been considering maybe doing, because perhaps doing this could well be the time that you fly in and do it and take actions. You've done your preparations, and it's no longer time for self-doubt. Self-doubt is not what you need now. That will only hamper your progress and probably stop you from moving into something that would really work for you. The universe supports you in your actions. Change what needs changing and say what is needed. It's a very, very powerful time for you. New doors are opening. New aspects are showing themselves for you. Places that you can go. Be alert and be aware. The last card that we're going to pick for this reading today is the card for air, the air card, which is also the mental body. And this is all about how do we gain clarity? How do we claim vision? How do we stop all that chatter going round and round in our heads? How do we stop the should I, what if onlys? And how do we completely show up and have the courage to breathe deeply into anything that is presented to us? Many of us are struggling at this moment with the COVID, as I have spoken about before, that it has become unsafe to breathe in many of us. Or it is a belief that we have, and we need to be very careful of that. We can take precautions. We can be careful. We can be aware. But it is very, very important that we don't buy into the fear, that we don't believe that the very air we are breathing is not safe and is toxic. The air is not toxic. It is what is being shared by some inadvertently, or it is just part of the virus that is doing its rounds at the moment. But the fear is what is far more detrimental than the actual virus. Many people get over the virus, but the fear is what tips it into the balance. And it really is time for us to trust that the air that we breathe is safe for us to breathe. So yes, we can be protected. Yes, you can wear a mask, but that doesn't stop you breathing deeply and expanding your lungs and making sure that you are showing up for your life with joy and with gratitude. And the card that we have brought into this is number 24, and it's called Celebration. So celebrate your life. It's really, really important. Celebrate the air around you. The air is a gift of Great Spirit. Dance, sing, be joyful. It's a time to celebrate everything in your life. Celebrate you have a roof over your head. Celebrate that you have food on the table. Celebrate that whatever food you're eating was brought to you by many, many people, from the farmers all the way through many processes till it landed on your table. Well, how amazing is that? How much is going to make sure that you're fed? The winds of change that come, embrace the different airs, embrace the wind, stand in the wind and love it. Say thank you. It allows for the change. Celebrate with joy and divine love. Have complete faith in the perfection of everything that has brought you to this moment. However challenging things might have been, it's completely perfect for your soul journey at this stage. You are in the beautiful cosmic rays of love. And as you move through the day, become conscious that you are not alone, that you are in this dance of life that you came to do, that you agreed to come for. You agreed to be here in these challenging times. Celebrate the moments of your life. Celebrate the things that you need to do to keep them going, because it allows you to greet yet another day of this absolute magnificence. You've created everything in your life up to this stage. You can create it from here on in, but do it with joy. And so, just as an overview, just to quickly look at it again, our main message is trust the process. Check in with your body. Take action only on those things that feel right within you. You'll hear many views, many opinions. That's okay. Some parts of some things you'll take on for yourself. But mostly you'll probably just acknowledge that that's another person's journey. Acknowledge when it is yours, and acknowledge when it is actually just through to social or family conditioning. And make the choices, different choices. Remember, Virgo is about looking at the difficult choices you have to make, and make the choices that you need to make that feed your body and your soul. On a spiritual level, remember that you are the connection between divine spirits, great spirits, divine source, and Mother Earth. You are very unique in your own vibration, and you are here to bring through that wisdom and that knowledge into this plane, and to bring joy into the way you shine and step forward in your life. On an emotional level, once again, it's trust the process. What comes up for you is divinely right at this moment. It's a perfect time to learn to open your heart to receiving. You know you can give, but make a commitment to yourself to open to receive, and you'll be surprised at the love and the joy and the beauty it brings into your life. On a physical level, as far as your health is concerned, as far as your finances and your abundance and your everything that connects you to Mother Earth is concerned, be aware, be ready, take the plunge, take the risk, and grasp new opportunities when they feel right. Remember, everything has to feel right first. It's not what it looks like on paper. It's the way it feels in your body. And from the air, from the mental body and the energy of air, celebrate. Celebrate the very air you breathe. It is a divine gift. It is safe. It is not toxic. It is pure love, divine love. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back again with a new moon reading. I do personal readings for people that are interested. Feel free to contact me at Shelley, SHELLEY, at shelleyadams.co.za. I also offer journeys, drumming journeys for people to do. And I look forward to meeting you again at the new moon. I have forgotten. I'd like to pull a card. I do apologize. I love to pull a card for the last quarter moon, which is now Saturday, the 6th of March. The quarter moons is where we need to pull ourselves back into balance. So having experienced the fullness of the full moon, What do we need to bring back into balance by the 6th of March, which is when the last quarter moon is, so that we are clear and ready to have a new intention and a new seed to plant for the new moon? And the card here is number 13. A very, very beautiful card that speaks of divine connection, of being overshadowed by spirit. It talks of life being a dance. It's not. It's another extension of the celebration. But here we're speaking of life is a dance. Dance through it. Every single part of nature is conspiring to work with you. Listen to the messages that you see in nature. Listen to those things that speak to you. Watch what happens. What were you thinking when the rain started? What were you thinking when you suddenly heard a noise? What messages are you getting over through songs, through snatch phrases that you hear from others? This is all about transformation and rebirth. It's really, really a time for moving away from what no longer serves you. Look very, very carefully after your full moon in the Virgo of feeding your body and your soul. Look now at what no longer serves your body and your soul, and allow those to move, because by allowing those to move away, having the death of those opens the birth of the new in you and allows you to step into the new moon with the greatest clarity and with the greatest feeling of being able to set a new intention, either built on old ones or following old ones through, or it have a clarity and a cleanness about it. And it will be all about the moon will be in Sagittarius next Saturday when it comes to the day of the last quarter, and that is when you'll be getting flashes of inspiration and optimism and trusting in your own instincts rather than the doom and gloom of others. It's often you'll probably find a need to have a goal or a philosophy that gives your life meaning. Good time to follow that. Connect to nature on a very deep level. It's almost a shamanic card. Listen to the messages from Mother Earth. She is full of them. And on that note, I thank you all, and I will see you again on a new moon. Goodbye.